Like chasing a shadow I see from afar, or walking your footprints to know who you are, looking for something that I'll never find, and piecing together your life in my mind.
I'm an Aboriginal elder from the Wiradjuri Nation. I'm here today to give a sincere and warm welcome to everybody to the traditional land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and wish everybody future wealth and happiness and health. Thank you.
I walk the streets of your old hometown, taking the sights and taking the sound. 30 years late, but you're still everywhere. I reach out for you, but I'm just grabbing air. Pictures and stories, all I remember, fading by time so long ago. All those questions wish I could ask you, all those answers I'll never know.
It's a retirement place. It's a place to retire. It's where the poor people go to retire. Well, Leah, you come here to peacefully enter the last 100 yards, you know. The role of an elder is to help other people. When people come to you, you can't go to people and drive them mad. That's fanaticism, you know what I mean? You can't become a fanatic, but you must become a sharer. It's all about sharing.
Tell me about getting old.
Oh, I won't. I don't want to be old. I'm 18, I'm not 82.
Don't bring it up.
Getting old is not fun.
It's got to happen, but you hate it. You hate it happen. I think everyone, you lose so much control of yourself.
I could run and walk, go swimming, do all sorts of things. All of a sudden, I'm tied to a chair.
When you go on the legs, you've had it, son.
The doctor said, it's your genes, but my grandfather didn't have genes.
I don't drink. I only smoke and gamble now.
And I get heart attacks and all sorts of things. And
He said, I'm sorry, you've got a prostate cancer.
diabetes, shortness of breath.
So it looks like they're going to open me up about August, I think. Major operation, I think it'll be.
But that's living, that's life. It's better than the alternative.
The problem with being old is that you lose a lot of people that you didn't want to lose.
I've seen people, you know, die of cancer, you know, in my age group I'm talking about, and with complete serenity, you know, not afraid of taking that step into the unknown.
Now, I've got this lady over the road who's dying. Now, she's a tremendous person, but she's not going to live. But she likes to come and talk to me, and she says she feels better when she talks. And I find that too, if you've got someone to talk to, yeah.
I'm still here, still going. We'll get there.
Oh, you're not going to take me walking down here, are you? Oh my God. Oh, made it. Oh, we used to catch the train from Cowra. We came down here and my aunt lived in Hugo Street. You're going to Hugo Street, aren't you? Go straight down. Are you going to Hugo Street or what? Right here. Oh my God. When we first came to Sydney, my aunt lived in this house. And I was only about 9 or 10 years of age. She had a lot of children, you know, and we were more or less like brothers and sisters when we lived together in this place. But if it was nice weather, we'd be out here playing. Hopscotch, rounders and skipping. And the old people used to sit on the footpath. People yarning to one another over the fence and You know, just watching the kids in general. That's all changed too over there.
You know, we were always moving and getting thrown out. We used to get evicted. When they evict a family, you know, they call the police.
My mother was the householder at that time. And when she arrived here, she said, I don't like this place, it's a slum, she said.
This is a working class suburb.
People did look down on it years ago, so much so that people wouldn't tell you they lived in Redfern.
I didn't go to school that much because I'd rather go out and earn a shilling on the side, you know. Best job I ever had, a garbage man. Best job I ever had. You meet people all the time, and everyone seemed to get on with the garbage, you know. You got to sweep before you become what they call a truckie, see. Oh, I still got the idea of it, that's see, like that. That's your go, that's how you sweep. You just go along the gutters, you know. You just get a run to do with different streets and lanes, whichever you run, you get your map, told what to do. You just go ahead and do it. Yeah. Just as good as a woman. I'll never ever change the people that was reared, kids and all, in those depression years.
We had less than others and more than some.
When the Depression came on, we were all equal. We all had nothing.
There seemed to be a unity among people who have that problem. They stick together. They seemed to be living without money. The woman next door had oranges. She exchanged for milk. We had a cow. So people used to take our milk and give us fruit and vegetables, things like that. You didn't need money, just exchange, you know. Never
get that again. Not now, you couldn't get that again. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. We wake up Christmas morning and the first thing is being kids, you'd rush out to see what you got. You'd see this scooter and you'd have a real hard look at it. And the first thing you'd think of is say, geez, it looks like my old scooter. That's my bloody scooter, you know. Bloody was all right. It was the scooter you had the year before, only just repainted, you know. They'd paint it up for you, save them buying another one. They never had the bloody money. You know, it was just painted up and doing paint.
We did it quite hard because, as I say, my dad was an Elkie, which didn't help. It was much tougher than it is today. The only thing it did, it gave you an appreciation.
That made them. That made them. They grew into good people.
Because I followed my father's footsteps. I developed into alcoholic at a very young age.
You do it tough, it makes you.
I used to get into fights, and if I come home and I was covered in blood, that was a good night.
Wonderful people.
And luckily I got into AA in the latter stages, 50 years ago now, and have been sober from alcohol at least and drugs ever since.
You couldn't get a better person, honest. Gets me a bit. I get a little bit carried away with that, but they were so good.
You can't do this on your own. You've got to have help, and I had to have it, and I needed it.
Wonderful people.
There were theatres all over Sydney, you know, and they're all gone, they're all demolished. The Regent, the Embassy, the Astor.
Lawson Street there. Smelled of urine. I took my mother there, she liked the movies. Well, we didn't go back the second time because you could smell urine. It's all the old drunks used to go there.
You went into another escape. It's escapism. At 13, I went to work in a factory. It was repetitious, boring as hell. Well, you had to have something to relieve the monotony. But that's the nature of life. I mean, you had to have money, and in order to get money to even enjoy your vices, such as smoking, drinking, womanising, particularly womanising, you had to have money. They weren't very impressed if you were broke. You know what I mean?
That's Redfern Town Hall, where our people held dances every Saturday night. The top floor is the dance floor.
That was a good social thing. You know, if you wanted to pick up a bit of tail, you go to a dance.
Oh, it's a good dancer. Flat out walking now.
We used to go dancing with the girls up to Surreyville, you know, and under the dance floor was great big springs. It was on the springs, big, you know.
I used to like the barn dance most of all, because you had your eye on a bloke, you know, and you knew eventually you'd going to end up with him because they changed partners.
You've seen old time dancing? It's very friendly, people friendly, like you're actually holding in your arms a lovely woman. Well, what more could you need?
She lived the next street down. She used to come up with her mother and that, and I finished up with her, you know. Well, she was a pretty good sort in them days. I don't know if she finished up with me, but she did.
The rules of love never change.
If you liked somebody and they liked you, it just automatically happen.
The girls seemed to go out with the men one day and go to bed with the next. And in those days, you didn't do that.
I only used to have to put my trousers on the end of the bed and they got pregnant.
He'd just come and say, I want you to do the brothel run. That's the orders you got from the foreman. That's all they knew it. Everyone knew it. The brothel. Where you going today? I've got to sweep the brothel run. That's all around Palmer Street area and all that, you know, Palmer Lane and that, you know.
We're in College Street, which is in the heart of the cross. Well, I used to come up here looking for a feed and sex. The Hasty Tasty, which was a well-known place. It was known as the Chew and Spew, and it was practically dead right. Not a place to spend your honeymoon, I can tell you.
Yes, it was up King's Cross. I'm sweeping along the street and I seen these things and I blinked and had about 2 or 3 looks. I said, that looks like £10 notes to me. And I got close and I said, there they are. And I started scooping them up like a mangy dog and looking around to see if anyone's watching me, you know, going like this. Oh, I'm stuffing them in my pocket. I get home, my girlfriend's father, and he said, give us a look at all these. He'd laid them out. And then he looking and looking, and he said, wait there. He said, all of a sudden, he said, these are all got the same number on them. He said, they're counterfeit. I said, oh yeah, that's what you get up the King's Cross. Everything's counterfeit up at the cross. I tell you, you can't trust that King's Cross. But I'll never forget that, never forget that, never forget that. Never forget it, fair dinkum, never forget it. Look at that, £10 notes. They look beautiful at the time.
I was 17. One morning the news came over that England had declared war. Mr. Menzies, and the result, we are now at war with Germany. I was called up when I turned 18. We had to take a cut lunch. And goodbye, Mama. See you when all this is over.
We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when.
Now is the hour when we must say goodbye. Soon you'll be sailing far across the sea. You're copping all this and you're sitting there. You know, you're just 19, you know, and you don't know where you're going. Well, no, you're getting on a bloody big cruise ship. You're going to war, you know that, but you don't know where. Oh, dear me.
And then we went from there to New Guinea. And that was an experience, so I don't ever want to experience again.
Nobody wins a war. There's no winners. You know, this business, we won that battle and won it. I said, hey, you've won it. What did you win? So many thousand dead and so many thousand crippled. I said, is that a good victory?
I was on leave, it's strange to say, the night the Japanese submarines got in the harbour. Oh, geez. Do you think things were lively that night, I can tell you?
You see searchlights and boom, boom, boom. They're bombing Sydney Harbour. I said, oh, this is nice.
But you could hear the booming of the depth charges up at Newtown, geez, yeah.
Sound will trick you. Sound will go that far of a night time. you know.
All my family were under the stairs. I had to fight the women to get in there. God, it was dangerous. And I think I could have died that night. Luckily I didn't. I'm here to tell the tale.
Redfern is very synonymous, you know, with Aboriginal people because they've been there forever. Hugo Street, Lewis Street, Vine Street, Everleigh Street, Caroline Street belongs to the block. Our people believe the land is our mother. Our people believe that the land looked after us and it's our place to look after the land. The place we're in front of now is the Marawena Aboriginal Preschool. And I feel very, very sad the way it looks today because so many people, old people that are gone now, fought really hard to get this building. And it makes you want to cry when you see it. It's just neglected.
Ah, well, we'll get there. Where we go now? In the city council it was, your garbage tend to be empty 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. 2 blokes on top stamping garbage down. You can imagine that garbage on a wet, windy day. You go for miles and you're emptying tin after tin. You're getting along, see, you're concentrating. Blokes catching them behind you. Yeah, I'd give my right arm to work on a compactor. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know why it goes. Oh, beautiful. God bless you. You're beautiful. Beautiful.
You want to go for a run, do you?
Oh, I don't know. All right. Yep. Once I get going, I'm all right. Oh.
Well, I said that I don't care.
All aboard.
If your God is on my side.
Is it Ray, is it?
Never learn to fear.
Oh, yes.
I'm not afraid to
What?
die. And I give all away. And start all
years, eh?
again.
26 years.
Like just
one day off.
another
Yeah, what's wrong? You see it?
was coming to an end.
Bobby, well, we didn't get Bobby. He was
And
too,
I give
just too
all
young to get him.
away. And start all again.
Yeah, that's right.
No, with a blinking eye, you know. When I reach the end.
2 years on top, 2 on the ground, throwing up. And Is that the ferry? Not the Manly ferry.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
But the rules of life never change. Life is basically the same.
I'm only a kid. I'm 18. I know nothing.
I thought I'd figured it all out and I knew all the answers. And of course I didn't.
What do I know now? I wish I knew then.
Be proud of who you are and always act with dignity.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You know, you've got to learn to accept help from outside of yourself. We'd all have if-onlys, wouldn't we? When I was running my own life, many regrets. There's 2 things you either do in life, you either make enemies or friends. I made a lot of enemies. A lot of people hate my guts. There'd be more people at my at graveside ready to piss on my coffin, which is more or less a salute in Newtown, where I live. But anyhow, that's yesterday. Yesterday is history and tomorrow's a mystery. Do you like that? Ah.
What do you hope for your future?
Peace. World peace. People learn to live together and be more tolerant.
I just wish for a better life for our grandchildren, you know, our great-grandchildren. And that Australia become one and respect one another. We just got to direct our kids. I know it's hard, but you have to try.
It's like a ship, you know how you set the course? Well, you've got to set the course.
That's lovely. See that? How easy I do it? See how easy it is when I got this? Beautiful. I'm helpless without it.
What you know. This won't come back for what you know. They won't come back for what you know. I can see straight, I just walk straight